Oh man, so Bitcoin is breaking out from its symmetrical triangle. What does this mean for Phantom? Because Phantom is up 4%, near protocol up about 7% despite a near miss with a attack / mistake on their stablecoin USN. We're going to go through that. We're going to look at the key levels in the chart. So make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, if you want to trade any of these coins, you can do so using BYBIT and BitGet, links in the description. For BYBIT, when we reach 10k subs, if you've signed up using my link, you will automatically enter the draw to win an iPad. For BitGet, we're doing a whole bunch of airdrops in our Discord, so make sure you head over into our free Discord, and as long as you're signed up using our BitGet link, you're going to get free cash every so often in there. So what are we seeing here in the charts? I mean, let's first take a look at Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin breaking out from this nice symmetrical pattern. If you want to understand what's going on with Bitcoin, go watch my 2 videos from earlier today explaining exactly what is going on with this pattern, how long I think it can last, is it a fake out, how far can it go, when will it come back, etc. But in the meantime, what are we seeing on some of our altcoins? Well, we're seeing Phantom breaking out from its triangle as well. You can see a nice big move here on Phantom breaking to the upside. What are the price levels we're looking for? Well, the first price target we need to look for is here, 31 cents. Can we get to 31 cents here on Phantom? That would be a really nice move. And then the next level really you want to be getting to is about 38 cents here on Phantom, okay? And these are just comfortable levels which Phantom can get back to if Bitcoin starts heading towards some of the targets it can from its symmetrical triangle. Similarly, let's take a quick look at Near Protocol, because Near Protocol is up 7%. We're seeing it breaking out from its pattern as well. Nice breakout here to the upside, as you're seeing here, forming this triangle type pattern as well. And again, the price target for Near Protocol will be to at least try to get to the top of the triangle here at $4.45. That'd be a really nice price point. But more importantly, can we start getting to these levels? If you watch my Bitcoin video from earlier, you'll see that potentially there's a moonshot at trying to work its way back up to even 29, even though I think it's very unlikely there's going to be a lot of things going against Bitcoin. Can it get a relief rally towards 29,000? And in that case, you could see Near Protocol start to work its way back to even up to here. $5.60 wouldn't be out the realms of question if Bitcoin is heading towards 29,000. Very, very interesting on these charts. Now, before we come back into the charts, let's take a look at a few updates. You can see Phantom's ecosystem continues to expand. Shout out to Phantom Daily for sharing this visual. And the reason I want to share this with you is not to put Cardano down, because I actually hold Cardano as well. I hold more Cardano than Phantom actually. But what I want to show you here is that once everything dies down, all the hype, all the marketing, all the attention, when there's a bear market, all it matters is adoption and how is your project progressing. And speaking of progression, you can see Phantom is progressing. On the 6th of July, just last year, 12 months ago, Phantom only had 208,000 unique addresses. They've now easily surpassed the 3 million mark. That's a 1,486% increase in unique addresses. That is insane, given that the majority of that time, that 12-month period, was a downward period, right? Everything is struggling. So really impressive growth there by Phantom and the community over at Phantom. More interestingly, however, is what was the drama going on with USN? You guys will know I made a bit of a response video, right, to a certain crypto influencer who was saying, guys, go and put your money in USN. And he showed you a staking video where you can go and get 19% yield. And I made a video saying to you guys, please don't do that, right? Have we not learned anything from UST and Anchor Protocol? Now, this doesn't mean I'm not bullish on Near Protocol. What I'm saying is building a stable coin is very, very difficult. And if you've got huge amounts of sums in these stable coins, which they're still trying to figure out, let's face it, Do Kwon didn't have it figured out. He thought he did. Nobody's figured it out, right? Then you're asking for trouble if you're seeking these 19% yields. And as we could see, just on the 6th of July, USN 2.0 security incident, the issues have been immediately resolved by the team and no funds were lost, stolen, or affected in any way. Now, that sounds really good, right? The team acted quickly. They did their job. They got it done. Let's carry on progressing through and I'll give you my views here. As we firmly believe that transparency is paramount, we want to explain this event and the future measures to be taken. A user triggered a bug on the USN 2.0 smart contract when they tried to redeem USN for USDT. For those who aren't familiar, by the way, guys, let's just show you a visual of how this works. USN in the current version, in version 1, is backed with USDT. It's still now backed 1-to-1 in phase 2 with USDT. Okay, so their collateral is not fiat currency, it's USDT. So it's relying on UST. So if Tether, in other words, depegs, USN will depeg as well. And then phase 2, they want to increase, just cut off the screen there, but in phase 2, they want to increase both stablecoins and non-stablecoin assets. In other words, they want to open it up to BUSD, to DAI, maybe Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's their plan in phase 2. And this video is not about my thoughts on USN particularly, but I do have my reservations definitely with USN. Now, coming back to what was said here, so let's carry on. So they tried to redeem USN for the Tether, and an incorrect amount of USN was minted. Okay. So they go to try to redeem, and an incorrect USN amount was minted. All incorrectly minted USN have been burnt, and the smart contract has been fixed. I'm going to come on to this, guys. You're going to be shocked. The issue occurred when the contract couldn't redeem the USN for Tether to a user who hadn't held Tether in their account before. So the smart contract went to go look for the Tether that it had. It never held Tether, but it was trying to redeem for Tether, the USN for Tether, and therefore it got stuck in a loop. As the transaction failed, the smart contract proceeded to refund the user their USN, which triggered an invalid conversion of decimal points. Invalid conversion of decimal points. This generated a total of whatever this number is. That's 1,000, a million, a billion, trillion, 9.99 trillion USN to the user account. The event was quickly noticed by the decentralized bank team. Immediately, the USN smart contract was paused. This is where I got worried, guys. Paused to stop all USN transactions, and a fix was deployed for the incorrect decimal conversion. Now, let's cover this off, right? When you have an issue with a smart contract, we've seen this with Ethereum, we've seen this with Solana, we've seen it time and time again. The issue remedying itself is not the issue. It's how you choose to remedy the bug that causes the issue. You get forks, you get people in the community splitting ways and creating forks, right, going their different ways, but it also sets a precedent for what the team are going to tolerate and how undecentralized, how centralized their platform is. And this is what's quite very concerning at this point, and it's been one of the concerns for Near Protocol as a whole as well. So as we can say, as of now, the bug within the contract that generated trillions of USN was fixed. The fix for the minor usability issue where users who haven't held Tether ever before cannot redeem USN is currently being tested and will be deployed shortly. Currently, the total USN minted is 114 million, which can be verified by calling the supply. Fine, they fixed it. Now, interestingly, somebody tweeted back out, which was Emin, who's the CEO and founder over at Avalanche. And he said the contract was paused in a stablecoin. What happens when the same team receives an injunction from the court? And he hit the nail on the head. This shows your lack of decentralization. This is a worrying sign, because when this happens, what's to say you won't give up the data when they come knocking? When they come knocking, you'll give up the customer data. You're no longer decentralized. In fact, you can see it here. He goes, I'm not even touching on the arithmetic error. Yeah. And then he goes, if a team receives a court order compelling them to shut the coin down, I bet they will freeze your funds instead of going to jail for a long time. And I think he's hitting at a pertinent point here. When you've shown precedence, even though it's for a good cause to fix an obvious bug, everybody knows it's a bug. But it's in those situations where you show your true colors and values that you then had to overturn everything. Now, they were stuck. Once this bug has happened, what are they going to do? They can't leave 9 trillion of USN in the market, right? Of course they can't. They had to go and do it. Their hands were forced. But it just goes to show, if that happened with Bitcoin, Bitcoin's done. And that is why Bitcoin is such a binary option. It's either going to be worth loads or it's going to crash down to zero. There's nobody safeguarding it to say, I'm going to jump in, I'm going to change a code, and I'm going to make everything okay, right? Like we saw here with other protocols. We see that happen time and time again with other protocols. Okay, so let's get back into the technical analysis, because still, Near Protocol is a very promising layer 1 solution. If you want to see my video on whether it can realistically 10x or 50x or 100x, some people say, go watch this video where I break that down. I've also done a tokenomics video on Near Protocol, so go watch that as well. Now, let's look here at the 4-hourly EMA, which I want to show you. And this is the key bit here. You can see you've now bounced above your EMA ribbon, turning it bullish now. And this normally indicates a nice move to the upside. That being said, it's all going to depend on Bitcoin, right? Like the last time Near Protocol managed to do this, Bitcoin decided to dump and you just get thrown back to the downside. That's why if you're trading any of these moves using my links in the description to BYBIT or BitGet, make sure you're doing so with tight stop losses, with good risk management, only risking what you're willing to lose. Similarly here for Phantom. Phantom's bigger pattern it's forming is this ascending broadening wedge. Now, unfortunately, this is quite a bearish pattern. This is why we need to see this start to rally into safer territory above 30 cents, because then we can feel confident that we're trying to trend our way upwards. Because otherwise, the amount of time you're spending at the bottom here of this megaphone pattern, it's worrying that you could break to the downside. Again, it's going to depend on Bitcoin and the direction Bitcoin what's going to get into. So a nice relief rally will be for Phantom to get to 30 cents, work its way towards 38, and start thinking then about how do we mount attack towards 58 cents here on Phantom. Worth noting here on the daily chart, if I bring out the daily chart, you are running into resistance on these projects, right? So you can see here, Bitcoin is the same, which I shared in my video earlier, but you're running into resistance here. This is some resistance weighing down on it. So it's going to take a big move in order for this to get above 38, 39 cents to flip the daily EMA bullish. Similarly for Near Protocol, if we look at the same chart, you're running into resistance. Now this, you can see how it, when you're bearish, how this acts as resistance and pushes you down, pushes you down, pushes you down. Can we get that flip above? It's going to depend on Bitcoin. Can Bitcoin break through, push up above here through its EMA ribbon? And if so, altcoins will no doubt follow through. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you appreciate this quick type of emergency video updating you on some of your favorite coins, smash up the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, check out BYBIT and BitGet. Links in the description. Go watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.